Namaskar. Today, everything we want a solution. So when we are fallen or we fall into a trap of any problem, we try to find out a solution. It would have been so nice, no? That only one time if we could have taken the breathe and it could have worked for the whole day, then it could be so easier for us so that we don't have to take or we have to breathe continuously for so many times in the whole day. It would have been so nice that if we would have taken our food only once and we would not have felt hungry anytime, it would have been so nice. It would have been so nice that only why we have to go for defecation or urination for so many times in a day or 2 times a day. But it doesn't happen like that, right? So if we want our body to be in a very stable and healthy condition, then definitely whatever is going inside this body, we have to excrete out. So when we talk about Gyanendriyas, it is taking only the senses to the brain, but still it needs to be excreted out through our Karmendriyas, then only it will bring balance to the brain. So whatever we are hearing in our day-to-day life, if we are not speaking or we are not writing, then definitely it is making us very stressed. If we have gained some kind of control through meditation, through pranayam, through almighty some kind of meditation which is happening, then we can say that Mauna Brata or Upavas will work. Otherwise, we will feel so stressed, there will be so much of anxiety within us that we will feel very unhappy and unstable. So, when we know that whatever is going through our Gyanendriyas or our Karmendriyas, it need to be come out from this body, and this human body, this human brain knows the word need so nicely that whatever is not required by this brain and this body, the body will excrete out if we have exposed ourselves to Mahapanchabhutas properly and we are conscious enough. Then only it will bring stability to the system. So, when we saw that this system, whether it is through the brain or the body physiology, we have to give whatever we are taking it inside. Many mothers will agree with me when they have started solid food for the children will poop the same thing out from the body. Already we have made a video that how much potty training is actually required and how much we should keep our children away from any usage of diapers. So we know that when we understand that we have taken so much of food, and when we see or we look to our defecation, we will come to know how much body has actually taken it from the food what we have taken. So there is a proverb that if you want to understand this human body, you should look to our stool, and if you want to understand this human life, then you should understand death. So that's why in different laboratories they have gone for blood test, urine test, stool test. So these are the different tests to understand that what your body is actually working about, with the food, with the different sense organs, what is going inside. So now we know that whatever is going inside this body, we are not absorbing everything. Whatever is required, how much is required. So here comes the word need. Consciously we should know what is the need of this brain and the body. Then the body will work beautifully, giving away whatever is not required by this body, thereby bringing balance to the system and the brain. So let's take one example here. When I'm inhaling around 71% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, another 1% of argon, other gases, and some little moisture. But when I'm exhaling it, same 71% of nitrogen I'm giving away, only 17 to 18% of oxygen, or only 3 to 4% of carbon dioxide I'm exhaling it out. But when I'm unconscious or when I'm in a fast breathing, am I able to convert the oxygen into carbon dioxide, and am I exhaling the carbon dioxide? We have to think, we have to sit, we have to think, and we have to ask ourselves, is that why our ancestors, ancient India, always focused on pranayams? Yes. So when we take deep, long, slow breathing, we not only give the opportunity to each unit of our body, that is cell, to convert the oxygen to carbon dioxide, thereby bringing stability, taking out the toxics from the body, and we feel very happy when we do pranayams with the rhythmic pattern and very slowly. We have already made a video that are we eligible to modernize the concept of yoga, and there we have discussed that if we are introducing ourselves to yoga, then how we should introduce ourselves to yoga. So here we came to know that when the oxygen, which is very important for this body, but still we are not keeping the whole oxygen with us. We are excreting out 18%, only 4% is being utilized by our cell, from which I am giving away the carbon dioxide. And that too, if I slowly do it, then the body gets the opportunity to convert it to carbon dioxide properly. Similarly for the urination, similarly for the defecation. So whenever we see that we are doing something very fast, this body is not being habituated to do something very fast. Is that why when we travel from another country to our country, we generally fall into the trap of jet lag? Yes. So when we expose our body to anything which is very sudden, our body, our brain needs time. So if we understand this word need properly, then we will understand what is actually required by the body. So when in our ancient days any couple was entering into Gurukul system, there they have learned everything to give and give. So at that time the younger students were helping the elder brothers, elder students are helping the younger brothers. So that's why there was so much of coordination and cooperation in Gurukul, and at that time they were taught about every skill. In our ancient scriptures there are Chauda Vidya and Chaushat Kala, which is being taught in Gurukul. So when after finishing the Gurukul they were coming to Grihastha ashram, there they should not fall into the trap of Maya. That's why our ancient India people, they have introduced the concept of Daan, that is charity. Dakshina is donation. So they have seen as we know, our ancient India people, they were so much conscious about this human body principle, because this engineer, who is the engineer of this human body, is Almighty. With the direction of the Mother Nature, this human body is being made. So we have already made a video that how ancient people have seen this body physiology, and then they have decided the caste system. It is not dependent on any strict and stringent rule of the religion. So when somebody is entering into Grihastha ashram, they have introduced that every Grihastha should go for Daan. So here there is a general question that they have seen, that this human body doesn't take everything, whatever we are giving it inside. It is excreting out, then only it is bringing balance to the system. Otherwise, if somebody has not pooped, has not gone any kind of urination, have not digested the food, doctors will say there is some problem in the system. So that's why our ancestors thought. So if Grihastha ashram is also an arrangement, is a system, so there they have introduced the concept of Daan. So is that why they have said that Grihastha ashram should go and start introducing themselves to the concept of Daan. But what kind of Daan? So there are so many kind of Daan being instructed in our ancient scriptures. Here today we will discuss only about 4 Daans, that is Gyan Daan, Anna Daan, Vastra Daan and Chhatra Daan. So we will go one by one. Anna Daan, that is what we give. Till today, as we know, in Jagannath Puri Dham, not even a 1 grain of food is being wasted, and this indication already is given by Lord Krishna in Mahabharata. Bhagwan Krishna, when Mahabharata war was going on, every day night he used to peel off the peanuts, and only that many scales are being thrown out. How many soldiers will die next day in the war, so that chef who was preparing food for everyone after finishing the war, there should not be a smallest grain of rice even should get wasted. So that's why this Anna Daan, Gyan Daan, Chhatra Daan, Vastra Daan, these are so many varieties of Daan being mentioned in our ancient scriptures. There was a very good example of one of our Bollywood actor, and that is Priyanka Chopra Jonas. She has, in one of her interviews, she has said that if you want people to respect you, then definitely first you have to respect.
What's the best piece of advice you ever gotten?
Well, the one really amazing piece of advice I've got, which I follow till today, is respect people's time if you want your time to be respected. You know?
So that is a general strategy. If you want something to yourself, definitely we have to first give it to others. Then only whatever we are trying to bring to ourselves, then only it will be absorbed by you. Otherwise, it will create some kind of problem for you. So that's why if we think that Daan is important for us, then it will not only bring detachment, but it will purify our life process. Is that why Nachiketa was being introduced or was being given a boon by Bhagavan or by Yam? So here we will reiterate one small story. When the Rishi was performing the yajna, this small boy Nachiketa was having all the knowledge of the Indian scriptures, but still he saw his father was performing a very big yajna, but he was giving away all his diseased and sick cows as an offering to the yajna. So at that time, Nachiketa asked his father that yajna's rule is that whatever is beloved to you, whatever you love the most to you, you should offer it as an offering to the yajna, so that you can detach the bonding between the attachment. So this story is so beautiful. If you open YouTube or Google, you will see it is like Nachiketa Gita. Then we have Ashtavakra Gita. We have Bhagavad Gita. There are so many Gitas available, and we all know only about one Gita. But there are so many Gitas available in our ancient scriptures. And if we want to know how to lead this life, how to keep ourselves away from any kind of problem in our life, our ancient scriptures is the pivotal point of understanding for all of us. So that's why whenever we think of Daan, and if we are thinking that we are facing this problem or that problem in our life, just we think of Daan with the sense of detachment, then that Daan is very nice for us to lead a beautiful life. Is that why when Yudhishthir went to Vanvas, all his 4 brothers were senseless, and when Yaksh asked him one question, that who is your best friend during your death, Yudhishthir said it is Daan. So when we want to understand life, we have to understand Daan. Nowadays we are giving Daan or we are giving donation, that is Dakshina. When we are giving a Daan, we should think as if how we go for defecation. Do we go and we again open and we see what is there and what is not? Once we go, we finish defecation, we don't think about it. We don't even allow our brain to think about it. So just like a metaphor, we have to make ourselves trained. We have to make ourselves understand that yes, when we have given Daan of any, maybe Annadan, Gyan Daan, Vastra Daan, Chhatra Daan, then we have to forget about it. Daan is given, it is given. So when somebody gives Gyan Daan, I think every teachers, mentor, training instructors will agree with me. Whenever a student or any curious person asks a question to us, and when we are able to solve or we are able to give an answer to that question, don't you think that we also get so much of knowledge that we feel so satisfied and so happy that we feel that yes, this was little bit of darkness was there in the knowledge, and we are being enlightened. So that is the beauty of the natural process, that whenever we give anything, whether it is Gyan, Anna, Vastra, Chhatra, it is enlightening us indirectly. So it is always being said that whenever we go for Vastradaan, then it is like giving respect to somebody, and when we go for Chhatradaan, then it is like giving protection to somebody. So all of our soldiers, irrespective we know them or we doesn't know them, through this video, let us all of us give them respect, that they are doing Chhatradaan for us, they are giving protection to us, and to all the different kind of Daans. This is the reason why different kind of Daan is being introduced in our ancient scriptures. There is so many stories like of Vamana avatar, the 5th avatar of Vishnu, when Raja Bali was having so much of ahankar, he was having so much of ego, pride, Vamana avatar came, and then when he asked for all different kinds of daan, at that time Raja Bali gave himself as a daan to Vamana avatar, and then he was liberated, he got moksha. So today with this video, let us start back the concept of daan. Let's bring back the concept of daan to our country's soil once again with the feeling of love, devotion within our heart, mind and soul, and to bring back the concept of daan again back to our soil, thinking that when a tree doesn't eat its own fruits, and when our humans understand everything from trees, then why not we start the concept of daan? Because when somebody enters into Grihastha ashram, they fall into the trap of Maya. That's why in ancient scriptures it is being mentioned that if somebody wants to give daan of your income, whatever income you have, you can divide that income into any percentage, but that percentage you take a vow and you give it as a daan. Then you see that this is bringing so much of self-detachment within yourself, and then you can write me back in the comment section. So with this video, it is an attempt to bring back the concept of daan and dakshina to our country back. Jai Bharat.